Welcome, good afternoon, and welcome to your favorite social media program, The Bonds. I am Rose Blossom. Today we're talking about the state and affairs of the country, and I have amazing guests with me, a regular guest with me. I will quickly introduce my guest before we go for the commercial break. I have Chief Goddy of Boston. Of course, you know him. He's a very, very regular person in the house, and I'm always liking when he's here because today's topic hits him so hard. And every time we talk about it, he's always angry. But it's good to have you on the show, sir.
It's nice to be here, Blossom.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, viewers, for tuning in.
Okay. All right. We also have Femi Chacha Emmanuel in the house, a very regular person. He's going to do a lot of analysis today, but I hope you will not break this table too. So also, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and it's a pleasure being here all the time. I'm invited, yeah. And I want to use this opportunity to do a shout out to Super Eagles. We stand with them, and irrespective of whatever, stay strong, guys. Come back home.
Okay. All right, let's go for a commercial break. And right after the commercial break, we'll come back and, of course, we'll start talking. We'll start taking our discussion for today. So let's go for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Yes, our first guest is around right now. His name is Ashwaju Abayomi. Okay, I'll just put he's a politician. But there's a lot more than that. Welcome to the show, sir. Good to have you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
How was your journey? I know I asked at the end of the camera. Camera sake.
All right, interesting journey anyway. A slight, what do we call it, accident, but at least we are here live.
Yes, thank God for that one. Yes, thank God for that. So let's quickly start talking about the petrol price hike, which of course, Nigerians have been complaining about. So I'm just going to read a little bit of what I said together over the weekend. So of course, as it is now, we have more trouble with Nigerians as the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has rejected the ex-depot price of fuel. The marketers, who have 70% of filling stations in Nigeria, has threatened that they will stop operation if NNPL refuses to back down on its new petrol, which is 1,010 naira per litre. The spokesperson, Chinedu, disclosed this in an interview recently, and of course, we all have opposition against the hike in price by the Nigeria Petroleum Corporation, that's NNPCL, where we have the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Common Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NASIMA, the People Democratic Party, of course, and the former Vice President Abubakar Atiku, and we also have civil society organization, among others, who have insisted on the immediate reversal of the price increase to the old regime. Now, reacting to the increase, the president of NASIMA daily said it will worsen the rate of business and households in Nigeria. Also faulting the hike petrol price, former Vice President Atiku yesterday claimed that President Tinubu is unstunned by the hardship in Nigeria. This is quite alarming because a lot of things are even reach everybody, touch everybody. Let me put it that way. I was happy to assure you, of course, because I know what it is for you to drive down all the way to this place, and of course, we all have families. We have to feed ourselves, and still run our businesses as well. But coming as even a representative of my Lions Club, I know that you guys are doing a lot of things. I see them on the page and all of that. But very quickly, can you react to the petrol price hike?
Thank you, Blossom. I think it's becoming difficult to defend the policies of this current government because as much as we keep telling people that things will be better, respite is here, just chill for a while and everything will be better. What is happening every day, the things that are being reviewed every day, is not showing us that signals that we'll soon come out of the state that we have. So that's why I said it's becoming difficult for us to even defend the government. Because truly, the new price hike, like you said, it has everybody. It's now difficult to drive alone in it because you have to consider that how much will I buy the fuel, 10,000 naira cannot even take you, a longer distance than you desire. So it's better to calm down and take commercial. Even the commercial today are not smiling. Sometimes I show empathy and sympathy towards these commercial, because sometimes when they count their money, they realize that they have nothing left after buying or after maintaining the car. Because there is still issue of the roads are not also very good. So when you keep telling us to endure and keep telling us to persevere, so when we wonder that, okay, what should be the solution? Like, is there an option? Is there something that we can find solace in? The infrastructures are now better. Maybe education. Maybe there is some sort of relief elsewhere. Sincerely yours, there is no form of relief anywhere. So that's why I sincerely speaking, think this new price, increase needs to really be revisited, so that what Nigerians are what we are going through is not a joke.
It's a joke, to be very honest. Okay, because you wanted to do some analysis recently.
Why did you keep?
Because I want to hear the analyzing. I want to actually say, because I know you want to try to make everybody understand why some things are like this. So you should not. I definitely want people to also understand what you want to say. So please go ahead.
I agree with what Ashwa just said. The truth is, one, there is no excuse the government can give Nigerians that will be reasonable enough to make them accept that the hike in the fuel price is necessary. There is no excuse. We have to set that as the foundation of whichever one to see. Reasons being that, one, the sacrifice are much on the side of the masses than our politicians and people in government. And no matter how you now try to show for that whatever your policies are going to bring relief later on, provided the masses are the one bearing the brunt, there is nothing anyone wants to listen to. And that is the reason why we are here. Now, another fact again is that the cost or the hike in price of fuel turns around to affect every other things. The cost of transporting goods from the farm to the markets, cost of transporting from home to work, your pay rise. Most of even the newly approved minimum wage has been implemented fully. So there's no way. I mean, there's something good about the average Nigerian. It is easier for them to implement something that will affect us very quickly. But once the price comes down, it will take time before someone will tell you, "Oh, I bought my goods since 2 weeks ago," and that's why. But if they tell you the price has gone up, immediately everybody adjusts their prices. So this high in fuel has started affecting them. Something that was supposed to be 200 naira before, probably be 400. So this still boils down to the fact that there is no excuse that the government can give, no matter how nice their policy is, that will make an average Nigerian listen. But on the other hand, I've studied the manifesto of this present administration. Sadly, many of the implementations, it's obvious that it's either they are not thought out, or I'm not giving an excuse for them. But take for instance, before this hike, I think the government was supposed to come out there to say, we will pay subsidy till so time, but we expect you to adopt CNG by the expiry time that we are giving you. But they kept saying we are not paying subsidy, and obviously we all knew that they were paying subsidy. So now, in an attempt to now ensure that Dangote, that's not all their press release. They never come out to say specifically how much they were going to sell. They were all trying to be clever by half, and that's why we are here. Even when NNPC brought out the statement that this is what they are buying from Dangote, Dangote still refuted whatever and still didn't tell us how much they are selling. So obviously, as a layman, my opinion is that one, they want Dangote to make profit. They need that FX. We want our FX to boost, and Dangote selling to other countries, transfer to other countries. We accept there is something we are giving back. Dangote we want to sell to us same price. So, and they want a soft landing yet without carrying Nigerians along. Obviously without Nigerians along. So left to me, I've said this on several times. I think there's a need for this administration. Sadly, the minister of state for the petroleum is nowhere to be seen. I've read most of his press statements and I'm highly disappointed. I'm happy to say I'm highly disappointed. Now, let me not say this to Nigerians, because don't think that if the government refineries come up, that it will affect with what we have seen with Dangote refinery. I do not think that our refineries working will actually affect or reduce the price. Government needs to subsidy. Every country has what government subsidizes. And in our own case, we all have to come to a conclusion and agree that one thing that affects every other thing for us is actually fuel, and government needs to subsidize it.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chipoli. What's your reaction?
The two speakers have said a lot of, I don't know where to start from. But first, let me address Femi Chacha's disappointment with the Minister of State. This is only Nigeria that we leave the head and begin to blame the tail. We have petroleum minister who is also the president. And you know that Lopobri and Igbo, because we have two junior ministers in that, one on gas and one on petroleum. They are going to take order from the superior minister. So you don't expect to hear from the junior minister. Mr. Chacha alone is school. Alright? Chacha is in the parliament, Chacha is the head, the wife is the second. You don't expect the wife to issue any correspondence without recourse to Chacha. So let us put this in perspective. You see, we keep saying, like my brother said, you say, no continue. I'm happy that he's one of the people that try to placate Nigerians in the party, saying, don't worry, it will be better. You know, that's why I was laughing. You know, you see, Nigeria is a country like every other country. All right. You see, somebody will come and tell you, okay, don't worry, everything is good. You know, we did that to Buhari's government. It won't be that destroy everything. He's trying to build it. Don't worry, everything will be up. Give him 4 years. Give him another 4 years. You will see. Now, Buhari has gone. Ashwaju has come in. His namesake. He has come in, right? Now, Ashwaju is blaming that he inherited the bad economy. The same people who said, and I read how Ashwaju said, you should print it. He's in Punch. That he should, what he doesn't print money and solve the problem. That is where we are. And I remember when Godwin Obaseki said that the government of Buhari was printing money over 60 billion and share as allocation. We said, we came at him and said, he's a stupid man. He doesn't know what he's saying, kind of economy. He didn't go to school. You see, at the end of the day, it's about time. You don't need to give anybody time. If you're coming to address a problem from the one, your very first step will know where you are going to. The very first step of this administration knows that it's going to crush ship among Nigerians, it's going to drive a lot of people into poverty, and nothing going to look better in the next, if you give Sashawaju 8 years more. Because I have known Nigerians, nothing goes up in terms of prices and come down. Nothing. And I've said it in many fora that if this guy is able to make $1 1,000 naira, they will roll out the drums. If they try it and make $1 1,000 naira, they will celebrate and do party and do merry. That's how bad the thing has come. All right. Remember, the media and the people of this government, when the president said he's gone May 29, said, "Don't worry, it will come down." They said, "Don't worry, the subsidy has been do. Competition market forces will drive the price that you may even have to buy fuel at 200 naira per liter." They said that. All of them on TV, on radio, on social media, they were saying it. But since then, we have been seeing the thing going up, not just in how do they call it? Not just in geometric progression, arithmetic progression. It's in geometric progression. Show me progression. In my town, you know where I come from, a liter of oil is 1,510 naira. This somebody needs to go to Ogoja and bring garri that will sell. You have to use a petrol car, petrol vehicle to bring those things. So tell me where the thing is going to happen. Also, I thought that because this is a social media program, I thought you actually put it. You saw what the president said. He said, whatever you see food, you stop and eat it. I don't know whether you have seen it. The video,
that was a long video.
He said, I don't know. He has surfaced to say that they have planned, they know that we are going to get to this point. That whatever we see food, we must eat. You see, at the end of the day, when you look at the policy of the government, I try to look at it from palliative. They started with palliative. They thought palliative would solve problem. And I said, palliative is sinking sand. You look at it like you can drop on it and stay on it, but when you drop on it, it will take you inside. There is no country economy that is built on palliative. Buhari started it, where vice president of the country was going from market to market to give 10,000 naira. But somebody said 10,000 naira can build business. Please help me bring 10 people that 10,000 naira build their business. Help me bring them to show that what the policy of that money market, market money, can get a positive impact or a ripple effect, a positive ripple effect in the economy. Give me 10 of those market women that has collected 10,000 that vice president was giving, former vice president Professor Oshubaji was sharing among the Nigerian market. Give me 10 of them that have used that 10,000 naira to do something that have shown that today it was the Buhari money that I'm using today. You see, at the end of the day, we'll continue to do the talking. The policy, what Mr. President needs to completely overhaul this policy is not working, and he shouldn't in his wildest imagination believe that there are saboteurs anywhere. Like I told my very good friend Chacha this morning, he was talking about. So I said, you run a school, as your school folded, because you employ people and they are not. You think some people in that your school are not doing enough to get the school down, but because you are a step ahead of them. That is what leadership is. That is what governance is. You must be a step ahead of naysayers. You must be a step ahead of distractors. You cannot put your hand and say, I will try this. When you have police, you have military, you have DSS, you have EFCC, you have ICPC, only you. And the small circle of naysayers are overpowering you, and you are blaming it on them. How can you do that? Then you are not a leader. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before you react, I want to ask them something, the impact of, because I've seen a lot of people, some persons personally, they go out to do some humanitarian jobs, to help people, some even open a store for them, some get houses, get people off the street. It's always on social media. But I want to ask, as a president of Lions Club, I want to ask how NGOs can actually help, in this present time that we have. Because if we keep leaving it to government, that's what we're saying, was complaining bitterly, I don't think we might be able to, touch as much lives as we want to.
Fantastic question. It's indeed a trying times for us in Nigeria. And of course, that's why we need to even salute NGOs that are still going out there to support Nigerians at the time. Because even some of the funders of the NGO themselves, they also have challenges with funds. But because they have selfless hearts or service, they still go out there to say, okay, let us see how we can improve lives of the well-being of Nigerians. So it's indeed a trying for us all, but we can't stop. Presently, for example, in my club, we have about 8 major courses. That's Lions Club International that we focus on. One of it is hunger relief. Most of our courses are in line with sustainable development goals, because you know that everyone, I think, is no to poverty, zero hunger, and all that. So that's where we talk about hunger relief, where we go out there to ensure that people will fed. Not just about giving them food, but also empowering them with a lot of livelihood, so that they can, have something to fall back on. I recall that in my district we gave out this what's it called, blending machine. That's in Yoruba we call it erolota.
Okay.
So we gave it out to widows, because because we understand that at least this class of people also need to be care of. So we give it out to them even with cash rewards so that they can also, start immediately. So it's not just about equipping them with the machine, but you also have a cash that you can, run with. Recently, the flood that took place in Borno State, Lions International Rescue relief materials worth $10,000 was donated to support. But of course, if things like that did not happen, maybe we would have channeled the money to something else. That keeps saying that government also needs to, do more. So that what the NGOs, what humanitarian organizations like Lions will be doing, we just need to complement the efforts of government. If NGOs have to now show that everything, may the one who is helping the needy
not become the needy.
Become the needy. But nevertheless, we'll keep doing our best in terms of environment, in terms of diabetes, because even issue of health now, that's why I tell you that if we are to bear the brunt of fuel subsidy removal and all that, then there should be a form of relief in some other area, probably in areas of health, service delivery, probably in the area of even education. So when you find a certain relief in that kind of area, it will be, that can form a form of solace for you. But unfortunately, virtually everything is not going as planned, and that's why organizations like ours, Lions Clubs, who rise to the occasion, ensure that some schools, earlier this year, we provided materials to schools, like schools kids up, going back to schools, some schools, we identify them, give it to them, even building structures, put it up in so many sites that also support. And health-wise too, diabetes prevention, because when you are not healthy, it will be difficult for you to even agitate. You understand? It will be difficult to even think of other, economic activities. So we look into that. We look at site preservation. For example, this month of October now is dedicated preservation. You see us everywhere talking about how to doing free eye screening for people and giving them free eyeglasses, and also of course doing surgery, cataract surgery for free for people. These are some of the reviews that we are doing, but I'll keep saying it that government also needs to do so much more, so that what we'll be doing will be more of complementary than shouldering the major part of the thing. So that's all of our.
Because of our viewers, is there a particular place for our viewers that probably want to have their eyes screened or something where they can come to, or you have a location where you go to? Okay.
Presently, for example, we have major eye centers around town. For example, if you come to Ota, there is the LCI Eye Center, State General Hospital. Okay. Even in Lagos too, yes. I think there is one at Badagry. Yes, there is one in Badagry. Lions built by Lions, but recently we partnered with most students of a particular school in Ojo. They also supply equipment to that eye center. But as it is, they should just keep their ears down to the because on social media we advertise places where you can get the eye screening done. Or you can just search for Lions International, Lions Club around you. So if I search for Lions Club around you, they'll pick up a number and inquire when that will take place. For my for example, the Central Lions Club in Ota, we'll be having us October 31st. In conjunction with other Lions Club within that Ota axis. At Ijoko, there is a modular eye center that was built by Lions, where we're giving out free screening, free eyeglasses, and we also select some people for cataract surgery. So, you can follow me on social media if they want to.
Yes,
so you see all the activities.
Thank you very, very much for that one. Please, you should keep doing the good job.
We won't stop.
And besides doing the good job, congratulations. I think I'm well aware of the activities of Lions across the world, and especially Lagos State and other part of the country. You guys are doing well. I think it's just like Red Cross. You guys are really indeed serve. All right. I think beyond that, I mean, those are things that civil society, NGOs should actually provide. I mean, you cannot begin to ask them to go and work on the fuel price will come down. They don't have the instrument, because the consequences, the implications, the immediate implications of this is that, like on last week, we since the fuel problem, we reduced the working days from 5 days to 3. Now we have reduced it to 2, because we cannot pay salary that can bring them to work every day. Now you can say that there is man-hour loss, productivity is lost. You can now relate that to what happened.
Yes, you'll be paying the same thing for the rent of your.
No. The landlords have actually increased because yes, because the element in fuel has caused the inflation. So what used to pay to them has been eroded by the inflation, and they see their own is to sit down every MPC, they will increase interest rate, and that impact the money you collect from the bank. So how do you do it? It's become a circus. All right. Now, for me as an employer, early this year, we have to let people go. Right now, we are also thinking about letting some people go into the same economy. And someone is sitting in an AC room, telling you that it's going to be fine.
Why?
It's going, Mr. President is going because they want to protect their job, the job that is given to them by the same Nigerians. You understand? I am not somebody that will sit down here and say, okay, Nigerians will protest like Amici, who says disappointed that Nigerians are not protesting. I mean, Amici doesn't have a visible work since he left school. He has always lived on government as a PA to ODD when he left university to becoming the House of Rep Speaker, to be House of Assembly Speaker, becoming the governor for 8 years, to becoming the minister for the very most powerful ministry in this country, transportation, for 8 years. So I am not such person, but I feel that things can be done right. Things can be done appropriately. At this point, we're not seeing the leaders that can do that. There is no. Biden wanted to travel to Germany. Biden wanted to travel to Germany and Angola, right? Because of the hurricane in his country, he stepped back and went into a situation room. That's what leaders do. Leaders don't take leave when the thing is about to go. You don't take leave. What are you taking leave for? You don't rest when the house is on fire. The problem in my place is that the owner of the house does not chase rats when the roof is on fire. So why are you taking rest? It shows that you don't care. It shows that you don't have the feeling. The milk of human kindness does not. A MD of a company, Thatcher cannot sit down here and go on leave, go to getting Bahamas when he has not paid his staff salary for 6 months. He's inhuman. Up to today, we are still battling with the minimum wage. We have not been paid. Now, the minimum wage that we talked about and we agreed, the things that they have done in the last, since they agreed on minimum wage, fuel has increased 3 times.
And has overridden whatever that.
So whatever you wanted to give to them, you have used the left hand to collect it.
Even before they start.
So at the end of the I learned a governor just sacked his because he rushed to go and announce minimum wage. Something that have agreed. So some governors are still setting up committees. They have agreed. They are still setting up committees. To do what? But today, if they say that they should pay 40,000, nobody will set up a committee. Everybody tomorrow will start paying that stuff. So at the end of the day, you find out that the leaders that we have are the leaders that are insensitive and do not care about us. As I was driving down to this place, I'm looking at my gauge, 15,000 naira. I'm just shaking my head. And I was having a discussion with my children yesterday. I said, look, in 2012, when I used to buy fuel, for a house, we never bought fuel above 700 naira. That's at the fuel price was 89 naira 70 kobo. 700. If you buy 1,000, we'll give you about 12,000 to feel you are past my neighbor. I mean, at that time. And if you put for fuel, if you buy fuel of 2,000, you cry for 5 days. I don't even know what they are saying now. It looks like it's bliss.
Honestly.
The way it is now, the moment you put it 15,000, you will just blow. I struggle with myself to take my eye away from my gate.
It's better.
And today I was driving I live in Abuja, but driving to this place. Despite the fact that the fuel is expensive, there are no filling stations selling it.
Availability again.
So what are we talking about? Is it not a failure of government? Is it not a sign that the government has failed? The Reverend Adaji said yesterday that we are moving into a failed state. Nigeria is becoming a failed state. He said that much in his homily on his 60th birthday. So at the end of the day, what are we looking at? Are we looking at a men that give hope? Because the only thing that keeps people together is hope. And the moment that hope is gone, it becomes a jungle. And anything can happen.
Okay, all right. Also, there's a training video I saw, and this one is about set to health, where a man was actually lamenting the terrible condition or the situation of FMC Owerri, that's their federal hospital in Owerri, and of course is complaining and saying corruption is eating deeply into the system for a whole federal hospital to be in that situation, in that condition. Let's quickly watch the video so we can see exactly why the man was actually complaining and lamenting seriously. Let's watch the video right back. Welcome back. That's so sad. Femi.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know
the truth is, we should not treat that hospital. We should see it as a replica of what is happening in every federal
and state.
Yes, every facilities put together. Because see, I've come to really realize that from my experience with an NGO, I've shared it before, probably last week. My brother, we wanted to donate certain medical items to a health facility.
Oh yeah, you
I've shared before. We wanted to donate. We did analysis with them and agreed on what was scale of preference, but they were insisting that we must bring the money rather than bringing the items. And we said, well, these guys lack these things. We will provide the items for accountability sake. We bought the items. They refused at first that it was not going to be like that. We have to get clearance. Took 2-3 weeks. Because let us write. I don't want to mention names categorically. Okay, let us write also LG and let them know the organization has a big name. Let's use our name. He said no. They have to do the writing, and then they will copy us. So as to just drag things. I'm talking about things that would have saved. Let me give you an example of items that they didn't have. I'm talking about they didn't have this thing they used to weigh babies. I forgot what that is called. That's to weigh babies. They had only one bed where the doctor probably uses to test.
To do examination.
They had one. And we saw several pregnant women seated. We wanted to donate pregnancy kits. Because what we had was that if we donate to them, they will remove certain items and hand over whatever is left so that they can sell to those same people and they sell. So we insisted that they had to give us a day that they do these things, these women come, and that's when we are going to share by ourselves. But they said no. So obviously, I'm trying my best to manage how to call names because it was something that really got down on me that we were very confrontational. Now the truth is this. I'm of the opinion that some of us, I love what this man has done. Some of us have to begin to, the social media can make things go viral. And for the sake of saving face, many of them will take actions. Maybe that was the mistake I probably made back then. That probably we should have just escalated this thing. But we also, we're an international organization and we wanted to protect our image and integrity. So but right now, I think everyone, there is something going on around the corner of your place. If you snap and you post and everybody makes things go viral.
But for me, it's one thing to snap and post. It's another thing to take action. You see, you don't expect someone who is encouraging what they are doing to begin to clamp down on them. You see, the problem is that we have to really embark on reorientation. True. A friend of mine wanted to bring some beds, about 1,000 beds to hospital in Edo State from US. I mean, he has an NGO, a renowned NGO, and he wrote. And if you see how much the Nigerian Port Authority was going to collect from something that you are bringing in to help people, you are not selling your own money. It discourages the man and says, Of course, it's not my job to do that. I'm seeing that people are suffering and I needed to help in one way or the other. And the government of my country does not allow that. It's not as if they can do it. They just want you to bring the money and they share it. And next day you see them in the US, see them in Canada, you see their children. You see, this is a country where a child of a minister graduates in a conference at the age of 15. And the minister come back and said, your child cannot get into university if it's not 18. The country that we have seen, these are the country, and we have a president, we have vice president, we have senate 109 that are collecting salary every month and occasions. We have 360 of House of Rep that are collecting money. Then do this in 26 states with the House of Assembly and all the political appointees. And you ask yourself, do we really, in actual sense, desire a democracy? Are we not calling for anything? But I'm asking, is there any other form of government that we see how people are at that we can adopt? Can we go to a meritocracy? It's still a form of government. Because at the end of the day, the idea of this representation, people who are leaving the fishing boat, coming from farm and coming to do some of this, in actual sense, when you look at it, those illiterate are the ones impacting the society more than the educated ones. So at the end of the day, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? All the Femi was talking about manifesto, please throw that into the bush and file it. It doesn't make sense. They are all mere wishes. For all the political parties, they are all mere wishes. What they are going to do is in their hearts. Was something is gone on the first day? Was it in your manifesto when you the renew hope? When you guys were celebrating the renew hope? Was it there? Was the president not going around every state and every local government in this country telling them that it's going to make them buy a cheap fuel? Did he say that? That is going to make the standard of living better? He did not say that. He did say that it's going to build the economy of this country to a point that nobody will want to leave this country to go to anywhere to go and slave themselves. So at this point, people are looking for money. Some people who hope and believe in this country are regretting now that they even leave this country. Because the money to even use to Japa is too much.
It's now triple what it used
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the question we should ask ourselves, is this a function of leadership or followership? Because if you look at the scenario you just painted and the one we just watched now, the guys at the hospitals, they are human beings like us. Some of them are even our neighbors. Interestingly, some of them are pastors, some of them are imams, some of them are, religious people in quotes. And you will now look at it, are they really humane, are showing empathy? You understand? Because where you find yourself, it is expected that at least you make an impact. You're able to, also play your own role to be seen as being upright, also contributing to nation building. But unfortunately, we realize that some of those, they are also waiting for the next opportunity to also chop, eat,
of course,
and also, in fact, tear apart a larger portion of their own commonwealth. Well. But unfortunately, this is where we find ourselves. That's why I believe so much in the philosophy of can we start from the grassroots?
No.
That let me explain. Can you also exemplify, goodliness, not even godliness now. Goodliness. Can you be good?
Yes.
Can you be humane to your next neighbor?
Yes.
Can you show sympathy and empathy?
Yes.
Can you contribute your own quota to make life better for the next? Okay. I rushed to the police station one day because I've been robbed. I was robbed at home, and I said they took virtually everything, laptops, phones. So there was even nothing to. And the people started getting me. They started using my phone to buy airtime and all that. So I went to the police station. That should have been, of course, the official thing to do. And I reported. So when I even saw the woman there, I was happy because she wasn't using it, hearing. So I felt, oh, wow, thank God. I meant it very godly. So after the whole thing, she now said, Owuda. I said, I don't understand. Owuda means money, that I should give her money. I said, I don't understand. Money for, I just told you now that I've been robbed. I don't even have, somebody had to give me, so it was my neighbor that gave transport money to come to the police station. I don't even have anything on me. My card is not with me, nothing. I said, I don't know. I said, okay, no problem. When she noticed that, I reacted because I was a bit harsh with my response that money for what? So I said, don't worry. You know that don't worry. they did not assign what do you call
IPO.
IPO to my case. Nothing was done because they feel that actually you cannot pay now. They play. That's the kind of reaction. But I saw somebody who looked more like a godly woman, who I think a mother, who I think would show sympathy and empathy towards my situation and probably offer a solution. But unfortunately, she shows that she's not what she looked like.
Do you know why that's so?
Why
that is so is that the retired police officers are about to go on strike for their pension. All right, so that's why I am not an advocate of bottom up. I'm talking about top to bottom. We have to start like that. I work in a newspaper company in this country. I won't tell you the name. All right, it was a massive, big newspaper. Do you know what happened? There was money coming in from adverts. Instead of the people at the top to pay salary, they were not paying. They were buying new cars for themselves. If you hear tomorrow MD has traveled to the US, or MD has traveled for his son's graduation in the US, do you know what happened eventually? People started, even the report started going to organizations to collect adverts. And when they collect adverts, they give the account number, they credit them. They are not remitting. So that's what happened. So when a goat does not see grass as a child, you may be shocked that he may eat up the child, the baby that he gave. A carnivorous animal. So I am telling you that the idea that we should start from.
But she,
I'm going
or that's at the top. He also rose from.
That is what I'm saying. So
if you don't have the kind of
how did it happen in Rwanda? How did it happen in Ghana? They didn't start from the people that do not have anything to lose, because it is easy for you to correct somebody when you discipline the head, to correct the younger one when you discipline the senior one. It is, if you begin to correct the younger one and leave the younger, I'm above the law. So I am of the opinion that if we must change this narrative, it must start from the head. All right.
Then you talked about orientation.
Hello, for instance.
So where will the orientation start from? From those at the top.
Hello.
Imagine leaders.
No, when you
looking at imagine leaders up to.
Hello, sir. When you hear that, like what President started doing happened to Betaidu, he was relieved. Matawale, he was relieved. This one, everybody to sit up. If you do it, just a mere allegation, you are out of your job, so that somebody will come there and investigate you properly. Everybody will sit up to today. Matawale is still on the throne. After all investigation, he's still a minister, state defense. In fact, the other day I read the news that he released that we are dealing with the bandits. I cringe. Do you know why? Because he is not supposed to be there to say that. His hand has already been soiled. Somebody said that you have alliance with bandits. You cannot turn around and kill the bandits. So when things like that don't happen, there is not going to be retribution. People are not going to full hand, because you cannot go and carry, because if you, like what happened the other day was about the NSDC officer that was on a bandit, saying he supported bandit. How is that going to serve an example to the man on the top? We say, very dark man said, this is what they said. The prison controller is still on his job. At least show that you are going to fight it. Suspend him for a period of 1 month, that we are going to do the investigation. Suspend him so everybody will sit up. All right? Everybody will sit up. If that happened to you, get to Inspector General and they suspected a DPO, even the woman will go right. Hey, no tell them that's saying everybody will sit up. So I am of the opinion that if we must move from point A to point B in this exercise, we must begin to clean from the up, set an example from the top. If our constitution said should be able to put in place today, you saw what happened in Kenya. Is Kenya an African country? All the ministers did it, them. the best person that was indicted of corruption has been sacked as we speak. So let us begin to do that. We cannot begin to treat every wicked close and begin to laugh over this thing and begin to use Israel religion or ethnic sentiment on everything. So at the end of the day, if we continue to, if you say we should from the bottom up, you are wasting your time.
But someone who benefits probably from the corrupt system and gets to the top. Do you see someone who can actually clean from the top?
What?
Someone who benefits from the corrupt system. And
When you fall in,
can he clean the top?
yeah, when you fall in from the top, when you fall in from, when you listen now, wait now, listen. There are people, you know, the president of this country, the most powerful office of this country is the office of the citizen. The president is just the citizen gather and say be our leader. They can stop him. They can say we don't want you again. That means everybody, as the president, as the senator, they have a boss. If the senator today say I'm not happy with the president, would move him? The same president. If the House of Reps say I'm not happy with the speaker, would they remove him? So everybody has a boss. Somebody must bring somebody down. Somebody must bring somebody down.
Okay, anyway, we can't say anymore. I understand where you're coming from. I also understand what you're trying to say, because we still need that good conscience. How much you want to change people, you want to clean this. If the conscience is not there, I think to cause some corruptions and look for your system. Anyways, I want to appreciate Ashiwaju Abayami for coming on the way. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you very much. Let me just ask you to be on the prize.
No, I let him know.
Thanks.
Chief Daddy, you do that shake tables.
I'm not sure, I'm not speaking the truth. I'm just telling you that is school. No saboteur can kill it.
Right.
You know that, but you have built a structure. None of saboteur can kill it.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
And then anybody else for listening, I hope you enjoyed today. And of course, like that, we're all trying to say here that we have to grow some conscience, at least do that for ourselves. And hopefully, maybe by the time we get united as one, we'll be able to do something right. Like you said, we can change our rhythm, right? If we all come together as one. Anyway, that's all for today on The Buzz. My name is Blossom. Until tomorrow, we'll talk about the state and affairs of the country. You do have yourself a beautiful day. Bye for now.